All right, welcome back to our caster series, working on this bracket today. Going to show you the third and final way to build it. This time we're building it from sheet metal. We're going to start out with a flat piece of sheet metal and we're going to bend it. So we're going to remember that we're working in metric today. Now at the end of our second video, we built it in 3 dimensions and flattened it. Now the beauty of doing that is that it allowed us to evaluate it with our measure tool. And we measured the fact that this is 166.4 millimeters, even though from the bottom to the top is 70, and then from side to side is 30. So if you added 70 and 70 and 30, you'd think that it was going to be 170. In fact, it's 166.4. And that's the beauty of the computers, is they can calculate these curves for us, and they let us know exactly what size of piece of metal we need to work with. So we got the 166.4 down here. If I get out of that, I can then also measure up here from this point to here, and that was my 3.29. So we wrote those ones down because we're going to need them here shortly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open myself up a new part, and when it opens up, I'm going to go into my sheet metal. And remember, if you don't have sheet metal, you can right click on any of these tabs, come down to your tabs menu. Sheet metal's right here. All right, just select it and your sheet metal menu will pop up. So I'm going to start with a base. I'm going to put it on the top plane. This is going to be my good old-fashioned center rectangle. And this time, before I get too excited, get rid of this one. I just noticed that I'm still in inches. So we'll get ourselves over into metric. All right, grab my base tool. It's on my top plane. Center rectangle, starting from the origin. Excellent. It's going to be 44 by that 166.4. Excellent. Now I'm going to exit out of this sketch, and it will ask me, okay, how thick do you want this guy to be? And we're still sticking with that 2.38 that is called up in our print. Good. Change the shading so we can actually see it. Now I'm going to add my shape to this, very similar to what I did on the last videos. I'm going to grab a sketch, throw it on this surface. I'm going to start with a circle, and it is going to have a diameter of 20. I'm going to use my selection tool. I'm going to select the circle, hold shift, select this outer line, make them tangent, click out in space. Select the circle, hold shift, select the bottom line, make them tangent, click out in space. Good. Now I can add the center circle, which will be the hole, and that one's going to have a diameter of 8. Nice. Now I'm going to give myself another center rectangle in here, and this time it is going to have the height of 44 and the width of 30. This is just for construction. These are just lines to help me keep track of where I'm at and what I'm doing. Now from this one, I'm going to draw a construction line off to the left, like that. I will get out of the line tool and I will add a smart dimension to it. Now this is going to be that little 3.29 millimeter of metal that was used up by the actual bend. Excellent. So now that I've got that point, I can draw a regular line from here down next to the circle, but not touching it. Good. Get out of my line tool, back into my selection. Choose the line, hold shift, choose the bigger circle, make them tangent, grab my trim entities, and snip the little tail that I don't need anymore. Good. Now, very similar to the last video, I'm going to use my convert entities to build my cutting tool. I'm going to grab these 3 lines, bring them up into the sketch, trim away the pieces that I don't need. Do not need this bottom portion, don't need any of these portions over here or there. Do not need this little portion in the middle. Good. And I do not need this side of that big circle. Nice. Now I'll be able to cut away this top portion here, be able to cut away my circle, and be able to cut away this little bottom. To do that, I go into my features, I say extruded cut, and it wants to know what contours I'm cutting. The big one, the circle, and the little guy, and they're all going up to next, which is perfect. Now, I don't want to have to draw all that again, so I'm just going to mirror it. And what plane am I mirroring it about? Well, that should be my right plane. And there's my preview. Excellent. Now, I want to put this little keyway cut over here on this side before I forget. So that's going to be a fresh sketch of its own on this surface. Just going to be my little center rectangle. I'll draw it in the general area. And it's got a width of 2.5 and a length of 6. Excellent. And I will use my convert entities to convert this circle up into my current sketch I'm working on so I can reference it. And I'll zoom on in. I'll grab the very center of that circle, I'll hold shift, I'll find the midpoint on this line, and I'll make them coincident. Good. Turn this into a feature, an extruded cut. Zoom right back in, pick the part that I actually want to cut away. That looks perfect. Good. That's coming along nicely. Now I just need to add my center hole. So another sketch on this surface. Straight from my origin point, 14.5 for my diameter. And I'll just turn it into a feature, an extruded cut. Very nice. Okay, next I need to bend this. Now I'm going to bend it down towards the bottom. I want to see this bottom, and I want to see, let's see, I believe it was this sketch here. Yes, these lines, I want to reference them for my bend. All right, those are the ones that reference this 44 by 30. So I will right click it and I will say, show me that sketch. And I will come up into sheet metal. And under sheet metal, I have the option to do a sketched bend. So here I can make a sketch and then reference my sketch lines and tell the computer I want to bend. So it wants to know what plane I'm on. I'm on this bottom plane. And now all I have to do is say convert entities and grab these little reference lines that I made myself and bring them on up into my current sketch. So those reference lines will now be my bend lines. So I will exit this sketch and it asks me for bend parameters. Now what this means is which surface is holding still. So if I click the center surface, this part's going to hold still, the wings are going to bend. And all that I need to specify is how do I want them to bend? Do I want to maintain this width on the inside, or do I want them to bend so that they are within that as well? So if I click here, it bends them more narrow. Out here, wider. Now I want to maintain this full 30 between them, so I'm going to go with the wider. I'm not using my default bend radius. Remember, it was called out as a radius of 3. I'll turn that up to 3. Green tick mark. And now I don't need to see this sketch anymore, so I can right click it, say hide. And there we go. I have made the same bracket, but this time we worked in flat sheet metal and then bent it up. So you've got 3 different ways to make it: from a solid and convert it, from sheet metal that you build 3-dimensionally, or from a 2-dimensional piece that you then bend. Hope this was helpful. Hope you're having a great day.